Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first town planning meeting of 2021. Let's hope we get through this year. We're looking optimistic anyway this year. So let's get started. I don't think there's anyone in the public gallery, so there will be no questions to answer. So we can start with the agenda. Item 1, apologies and acceptance of reasons. Have we got any apologies?
Apologies from Councillor Hook.
Right, thank you.
Can I please pass on apologies from Councillor Barker, who said he might be late, but it's a very short meeting, so he may miss it. He's stuck at work.
Okay, and I'm just going to admit Councillor Irwin.
Thank you. So item 2, declarations of pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest. Any members who have an interest to declare must declare the existence and nature of it at the start of the meeting and act in accordance with the Council's Code of Conduct, S27, Localism Act 2011. Any? No? That's a no. 3, to receive and accept as a true record the minutes of the Town Council planning meeting held on 21st of December.
I propose that we accept those, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder?
Yeah, I'll second, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Saunders.
You're just going to do a vote on it?
Oh, yes, sorry, yes. So can we all vote on that? We've had a break. I lose the plot. Thank you. Right. To receive the planning schedule dated the 21st of December. I'm happy with that. Do we have a proposer to accept that schedule? Councillor Martin, and I'm happy to second that. Could we all vote? Thank you. To consider and make representation to the relevant authorities on planning applications contained in the enclosed list dated 4th of January. 2050-5989 TPOA, St John the Evangelist Church Road, the Brents. Tree Preservation Order application. Tree 1, Tree 2. Common lime. They are common lime trees located at the front of the property on the roadside boundary. Reduce the crown of the trees by the selective removal of between 2 to 3 metres from the branch tips, depending on the opportunities for cutting back to suitable live growth in each instance. This is in practice reduction of leaf mass of approximate 25%. Height reduced from 15 metres to 12 and radial spread from 7 to 5. Also remove the epiomic growth on the main stems as identified on the attached images. Councillor Williams, would you like to comment on that? Thank you.
I'm happy to, Madam Mayor, unless anyone else. Well, I don't think there's any reason to object. I think they've described it quite well, and I think they've mentioned actually that where they've said that selective removal between 2 to 3 metres from the branch tips is an opportunity. So I think they've obviously considered the fact that they need to do it sympathetically. So I would propose that we offer no objection.
Thank you. Are there any other comments? Do we have a seconder to that proposal? Thank you. Yeah. Councillor Saunders, are you voting or? Oh yes, thank you. We're all in favour, thank you. And then item 2, 2050 58 45 full, which is 92 Lower Road, Faversham. Comments due on the 5th of January, tomorrow. Demolition of existing bungalow and erection of a terrace of three-bedroom houses with associated parking. Does anyone have any comments on this application? Councillor Martin?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think we could go with no objection on this. And the only reason I wouldn't support it is I think we should comment. There are 3 opportunities here to make these even better than the proposals. Apologies.
Yeah.
And they are, one, there's very large south-facing roofs, and yet the plans don't show photovoltaic cells upon them. I think that would be worthwhile. Also, as they are new homes, and they have got designated parking to the front, I would anticipate electric vehicle charging points on all 3 properties. And my final suggestion would be that rather than the panel fencing, which they put in the drawings for the boundaries, that those could actually be hedges, which would increase the biodiversity in the area. That would then exceed and become exemplar standards for what's being proposed. But given the location and the nature of the streetscape around that, I can't see any reason to object. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Councillor Perkin?
Thank you. I noticed that there's quite a lot of neighbour comments on this particular application, and that especially looking at the plans, I'm quite sympathetic to the point of the people that live in 94A with looking at the original plan with where the bungalow was originally and the size and kind of imposition of the 3 houses. It does look like their house is going to be quite considerably overshadowed, and also it potentially is going to stop the light going into their house. So I wanted to raise that as a comment because I am quite sympathetic to what the neighbours have said. It's completely like it's a very big remodel from what was there originally.
Thank you. Any other comments? Councillor Irwin?
Yeah, I would concur with those comments. You know, there were 4 comments, and one of them did seem particularly relevant in terms of the concern around impact on light. Now, obviously, I can't tell whether indeed there will be an impact, but I think it's a fairly legitimate point to raise, and I would hope that the officers at Swell would have a look at it and, you know, hopefully understand whether or not it's quite a legitimate objection. So I can't tell, but I am sympathetic towards it. I also agree with the other comments made in terms of how improvements could be made. My only comment is, you know, it does smack a little of overdevelopment. I think they've got each house is 95 square meters, which is just sneaks under the legal minimum for 3-bed, 5-person houses. They've obviously got very small gardens as well. You know, I think clearly it would be a much better development if there were 2 houses. There's more room in each around them, but again, I don't think that's necessarily a strong reason for objection. But I would like the officers to have a look at it.
Thank you. Sorry. Any other comments? No. So we are going with the proposal from Councillor Williams.
Councillor Saunders has got his hand up, sorry.
No, it was Councillor Martin, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm joking.
Oh, sorry, Councillor Saunders has got his hand up.
All right, yes, Councillor Saunders, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, in relation to the house, the next house being overlooked, I think I'm right in saying in their response they pointed out that currently there have been some very large conifers that have meant that they don't have any light anyway. like Councillor Irwin, I am slightly concerned about the scale of the houses, but I think in the end they do meet the kind of minimum requirements. So I think I wouldn't personally. Well, personally, I'd support Councillor Martin in saying that we shouldn't object.
Thank you. But add our comments. So we have a seconder then for that was Councillor Martin proposed. Councillor Saunders, are you seconding?
I can do, yeah.
Thank you. So
Just
can
to
we
confirm then, it's a no objection,
Mm.
but just raise the concern
So
that the neighbours on light and with the free improvements that Councillor Martin commented on.
yes.
Okay.
I think that's so. Thank you. Can we all vote on that then, being the excellent, thank you. Yeah, that's everyone. I have to say I did look and think one bungalow, how are they going to get three-bedroom houses on that space? But then I looked at Councillor Knight's down at the end of the road and remember that being a similar sort of space, and they certainly got 3 townhouses on that space. But yes, from 1 to 3 is quite a big jump. Anyway, that's it, I think, for this evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I will see some of you at the Town Council meeting at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.